Do you know the story?
No. Do you know the story?
Oh, okay, so I've heard about it a few times. I know that a girl died there.
I'm Cheryl A. Stryker, Head of Special Collections and Archives and University Archivist at Boise State Special Collections and Archives. What is now the Communications Building was a student union building. It was built in the early 1940s. It was one of the first buildings on campus, along with the administration building and what is now the Hemingway Building, which at the time was the music building and auditorium.
Nathan Snyder, and I'm the Director for Paranormal Investigations and Activity in the Communication Building. So Dinah, the myth of Dinah, she lives larger than I can imagine.
The story, as I was told it when I first started here, was that this is the original student union building, and a young woman named Dinah
Was jilted by a date.
And when she came to the dance anyway, she saw her date with another girl.
And for some reason, she was so distraught that she committed suicide in the building.
Jumping out the second floor window.
Went up on the stage and hung herself.
This is the story that I've been told. A lot of people have told me this story. The articles that have come, like in the Arbiter and other places, this is the story that's been repeated. And it's really the only one I know. But I've found no evidence of this person. I've looked through lots of records, both here in university archives, as well as the Idaho Statesman and some other things.
Being the official investigator for the building, I decided to investigate this. And I sent some students, I didn't do it myself, I sent some students to the Statesman, and we went to the special collections at the library, and we looked actually for quite a while for any story about student deaths on campus that were located in the student union building. We couldn't find anything.
My theory is she wasn't a student here, this is all theory, but was maybe a guest of somebody. Because I haven't found any records of a student matching that name during that time period. So maybe it's a different time period, maybe that wasn't her name, maybe there's something different, maybe she wasn't a student. I really don't know.
Then much later, I happened to be having a conversation with, I'm gonna not mention his name, but he is a long-term faculty member here on campus and has been here long enough that he probably knows a little about this. But after this building was no longer the student union building, it was kind of used for different things, and one of the things it was used for was the theater department. And our big labs in the old dance hall, on the other end of the building from here, apparently were small theaters. And so they would host plays here. In fact, some of the photos in the building that show the history of the building, you can see the theater department setting stages up and things like that.
Personally, I know nothing about that, but again, I have heard some stories about, at that time it was part of the theater department, and they were housed in this building, that a theater faculty member kind of started a story to that effect and enjoyed starting the story and watching people play with it and run with it. I don't have any personal experiences with the comm building ghost, but I'm one of the faculty members in the department who's been here the longest, and therefore over the years I've heard a number of other students and faculty say that they've felt creepy things, or I had one faculty member that refused to teach in a particular classroom upstairs, and in fact at that time COM 226 and COM 230 were kind of identical, and that faculty member would always choose one of the two because she really got a bad vibe from the other one, which whether it's a ghost or just some kind of energy she didn't like, I don't really know.
This is the video assist for it. So this sits on top of the camera so that the director can see. I said, all right, you guys, we're gonna do a seance. And everybody got really interested. And so we went to the studio downstairs, and there were about 15, 17 students. I had them all sit in a circle on the floor and hold hands, and I asked one of them to be the medium. And the thing about a medium is they have to legitimately believe that something can happen. They have to really honestly believe that they can speak to the room and something is going to respond to them. And he said, "Dinah, are you here?" To the room. Now I'm recording this, the audio. We shut all the lights out, and I'm recording the sound. James keeps asking the questions. Why did you kill yourself? Can you physically manifest yourself? And other kinds of just creepier and creepier questions. And people are becoming very concerned because, you know, each other's hands are getting cold and clammy, and they're starting to get nervous about it. And you can actually at some point smell the stink of late teenage, early 20-year-old sweat. And it was a weird vibe.
Yeah, someone has to know something. And
Right?
you know, I should have said too, the president at the time denied it.